Hey guys, we are back for day 22 back for day 22 of how to gain self-confidence in 30 days. And I am excited. We have made it 22 days so far, and you are doing great, especially if you went back or if you followed all the way through. But if you haven't followed all the way through, you went back and you watched all 21 videos that we have done before now. And it was amazing. So if you haven't, go back and watch those 21 days of how to gain self-confidence in 30 days. And we've covered the 4 pillars, the 4 foundations of self-confidence. And that is, first, you must get to learn yourself. And in learning yourself, you are going to ask yourself questions of where you're going, who you are, your beliefs, your thoughts, your ideas, your feelings, your likes in food, your likes in clothes, your likes in people, your likes, your dislikes, your not sures, all those things. You are learning yourself all over again as though you have never knew yourself. So you're going to ask yourself questions that you may have never asked yourself. You're going to be truthful with the answers to those questions, and you're going to keep it moving. And as you learn yourself, you will begin to start to get to knowing yourself. And with that, you start to date yourself, and you start to get in tune with who you are and where you're going. And those you want in your life, you begin to set boundaries or remove boundaries. You really begin to just get really into knowing yourself. All of what you learned, you start to getting to know, to understand and comprehend what it all is. And then after you get through all that, getting to know yourself and setting goals, then you go start to getting into loving yourself. And that is the third foundation of self-confidence, is loving yourself. And in loving yourself, you start visualizing, internalizing, exercising, and then materializing who you are, what you want in your life, how you want things to flow for you and yours, and the things you're trying to achieve. So we're doing that with loving yourself and finding love for yourself. You are going to allow yourself room to grow, be patient with yourself. You are going to forgive yourself, and if necessary, forgive others. And you are going to begin to accept yourself. You're good and you're bad. That's all a part of loving who you are. Some mistakes have been made, and they have taught you a lesson. And if you haven't taken that lesson, then you may be repeating those steps. And so in the process, you want to remember nothing in life is failure or it's lost. It is either a lesson or a success. And if you haven't succeeded at the thing you're trying to succeed at, which what we're trying to succeed at is self-confidence, if you haven't succeeded at that, I lost my train of thought for a second. If you haven't succeeded at that, then you're going to want to really take that time to forgive yourself and get to know yourself more. And it's not as easy. Well, actually, it is. It's easy. It just takes repetition. It takes continue to keep going, to keep going, to keep going, and to keep pushing. And so you do that, and you start to get a better and a forming foundation of love for yourself. And then you go on from getting to love yourself to getting to know yourself. To trust yourself. I apologize. You go from getting to loving yourself and getting to trust yourself. You're really trusting your ideas and your thoughts and your process of everything. You're really in tune with who you are, with what you want, where your lane is, and where you're going. And so today, and I didn't put it in there, so I have to go back and do that. Today, what we're going to be talking about is the start, actually, of trusting yourself. And now we're asking the question again: who are you really? Now, this question, for the most part, should be a bit different. Well, yeah, it should be different if you're looking to gain self-confidence, because now you should have a better sense of who you are, what was a lie and what was the truth. And sometimes we've created the lie ourselves, and sometimes the lie has been created for us. But in either case, you have to realize that what was created was either a fact or a lie. So now we're re-asking the question, and part 4 of uh, how to gain self-confidence 38 days is: who are you really? You should have went through all the 21 days. Ask yourself good questions. Really ask yourself deep, meaningful questions, and got to know who you are on a foundational piece. And so now you really want to look back at that. That it's kind of like that follow-up step. So now you're really looking at, so who am I really? Who do you see yourself as? Now that you have went through the processes that I have gave you the previous 21 days, you're asking yourself now how do you see yourself? And it should be in a whole nother light. You should have a total different answer than you asked yourself before, when I had you go into deeper questions. Okay, so just keep going, asking yourself those questions, and you really want to take the time to let it sink in. Let that question sink into you, and just ask yourself, who am I really? And in asking yourself that, be honest with answering that. And if you're not as far as you feel you should or whatever, that's okay. That's okay. Progress beats no movement all day long, okay? So as long as you're making progress will continue to happen, and you will get where you see yourself being, okay? So ask yourself that question: who am I really? And like I said, you should be pleased with the answer that you get this time than at the beginning of this 22-day session we are on, whatever. So you should have a different answer. And like I said, take the time and really think about it and let it sink into your head so you can really get a clear blueprint. All right, so that's it. Day 22 is done, and it's simple. And yeah, it's done. It's simple. So get to work if you haven't got to work. Ask yourself these questions. Previous days, if you haven't seen all the days, do the days. I have broke it down so that you can get every piece of information you possibly can. And if you got deeper questions for yourself, ask yourself those deeper questions. Only you know what has transpired to get your confidence where it is now. And only you truthfully really know the answer to get your confidence from where it is to where you want it to be. I can help you and give you tools all I want to, but you have to take the steps. So yeah, get familiar with those. Go back and check out the days. Continue to follow along. Tomorrow we are on day 23, and I am excited and happy and blessed to be coming to you. And may peace and prosperity be to you and yours. And just keep killing this shit. That's all I got. We got it. Just keep going. Like I said, progress beats no progress all day long. You can't take zero from zero. So you can't take nothing from zero. So as long as you're making progress, as long as you're making step after step after step, you're going to be all right. It's a day by day process. Life is a journey. and it's not going to stop unless you just stop. Keep moving. If you ain't moving, you dead. So you got time. You got time. Keep moving. Keep moving. All right. Y'all be blessed. See you tomorrow.